Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah, it works, yeah. Uh, can I just add something before you go directly to everything? Like, I just wanna give you guys a quick TLDR. Like, for all of you that are not familiar, it's like I want you to understand like what is kind of the biggest advantage of people using FBYT in comparison to other stuff. I'm not sure if you're familiar. At least me as a marketing guy here. Can you mute Orex? Uh, Orex, if you can mute, thank you. Uh, yeah, I tried to look for the other products that are similar to ours, but I wasn't able to find any. So if you compare it, like the first thing that I wanna add, like if you compare it to the traditional fund managers, like in many countries the regulations are so strict, like to like open the fund management company, it can cost you thousands of like 100k, 50k, depending on a country, but the costs are pretty high, the regulations are very strict. So like to just start out, like the level of friction is insane in comparison to here, where you can just literally like open your vault in minutes. So this is the first part. Second part, and the second usage is like, you probably saw that a lot of like centralized exchanges have feature that is kind of called copy trading, where you are kind of copying the trades of the fund manager. But if you use the products like that, you could pretty much see that, for example, if the fund manager makes 10% on one trade and loses 10% on another trade, you would pay the fee for the winning trade, but you wouldn't be deducted on a losing fee. So pretty much if the trader wins 10 trades, lose 10 trades, and let's say each of them is 10%, you would be at like net lose of 10% or something similar, right? So it's kind of not in the interest of the user at all, and it's poorly based on a fund manager doing a high volume. And this is how like fund managers make profit, but all the people that are kind of investors, they're losing, you know. So it's not something, you know, like this is the reason where we kind of saw the huge gap and the room to improve on a product side. And here, for example, right, like similar to traditional fund management, the investors are paying small like management fees on a yearly, monthly, or like you can charge it on whichever kind of range you want to do it. You can do it, I think, weekly, monthly, 3 month, and 1 year, right? Where you can charge anywhere from like 0 to, I think it's 15%. It might be, usually you want to charge between 2 to 5. Okay. Yeah, usually in my mind you want to charge like traditional fund managements. I know they charge usually 2%. Since this is kind of web3 and the things are happening faster, you should maybe charge, I don't know, up to 4, 5, 6%. But in my opinion, not higher than that. Obviously you can do it, but that's my suggestion. And there is performance fee that you're taking at the moment when the investor is withdrawing from the fund. We'll show you all of these later, right? But this is the thing, that here you are fully charging on performance rather than charging it on each trade, right? Because sometimes the markets can go up and down, you know. Also we're trading spots, we are controlling the assets that can be traded, so we won't add the liquid assets and assets where kind of people can rug you, you know, or something like that. Or you as a fund manager, you know, you can kind of feel safe to the assets that you're investing into. And I think this is like very important step, especially since we're seeing so many hacks and like bad things happening in Web3. So yeah, I just wanted to give you some TLDR before yes, and go into creating the vault. If you have any questions, you can always write the questions regarding the platform or anything, regarding DeFi in the comments, or you can step on stage and ask as well. So yeah, yes, and you can go now. Thanks. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, we have, yeah. Yeah, and just to add, the swap price is like kind of equal to relay, so you're kind of getting the pretty much the best rates on the market. Like if you tried using OpenSea and some other, you will see that they charge you honestly a lot if you try to swap bigger sizes. Here the fees are literally like miserable, almost non-existent, honestly. And I think that even the swap executes faster than you can see it on the UI. Like the money gets deposited to your wallet faster. This is what I also realized. Yeah. He, uh, yeah, it's changed yesterday. They will be improved even more. The best way how you can kind of find yours is you can enter the wallet the vault address. We we plan to, yeah, I just want to say to the people, we plan to add like all these things will be able to see in from that dashboard, like, so you will be able to see what are the fees, what is the performance of the vault, and everything on pretty much on a previous screen. And the also the way how you find other people vaults is usually can you show like how you created your own profile, Yasin? This is the yeah, this is the thing that you can pretty much go and like change your name and set up your manager profile photo and information, and this is like how people will be able to find you much easier. Mm. Yeah, crypto guy asked, do we state as a manager or investor? So on a manager side, you're pretty much creating the vault and you're swapping the assets inside the vault from one to another, which Yasin will probably do now. On the investor side, it's pretty much you depositing money from your own wallet into the specific vault. You can still see like all the assets that are held and everything. And if you decide to kind of withdraw the assets from the vault, if for example, like the 50% of the vault is Solana and 50% of the vault is, let's say, Jupiter, when you withdraw the assets from the vault, you will also receive like 50%. Let's say if you deposited 100 bucks and now the vault is, I don't know, at 150. If the assets are like increased like the same way, right? Like you will be withdrawing like $75 of Jupiter and $75 of Solana. The value, right? So the advantage is that we are not kinda on centralized exchanges. Often like you will be liquidated and you will be receiving all the assets in the initial currency, whether it's USDC or it's Solana, depending on the vault you invest into. Here we are not liquidating your positions, because if we would do that, sometimes like there can be some situations where it could cause like the problems with the spread and you not receiving the amount of the assets that you're supposed to receive. So this is the reason why we kind of pick this way, because it's much safer and better from the investor perspective. I'm not sure if the explanation was clear enough or not. If you have more questions, you can write them down. Yeah. Uh, I think yeah, I said that there is a fee, but it's a very small fee. I think you can see if you open click invest in Vault. At the top right. Yeah, the top right side there is a place where you can kind of see all the. No. That's for the slippage. I think there is at the top right where you can see all the fees pretty much. Um, where's that I already posted the channel where they can kind of post the screenshot of their vault with their wallet and vault address, so they can just go there and uh wait let me see if I can pin it. 1 second. It's literally this message, so people just open the message and open the channel directly from there. uh can you Demi, can you upload the image now? You should be able to upload the image now, but you don't have to. Just wallet and address is okay. Yeah, awesome. Uh Also, Yasin, can you maybe show the rewards tab while you're sharing? Yeah. So pretty much. Okay, you can go. You can go. Uh, Pretty much for literally every action that you're doing on the platform, you are getting rewards in terms of points. And as you're accumulating the points, you can pretty much later convert them directly to the FBYT token, which you can exchange for USD, C, or literally any other currency. Same applies for the referrals. If you are referring the people that will be active on the platform, and this is where it's like huge advantage for you guys. If you know the people that are fund managers, if you know the people that are looking to invest into some vaults that are performing well, this is where like the huge leverage and potential lies for you as well. I'm not sure if you have anything to add, Yasin. Yeah, it's the wallet that is connected to your wallet. I'm sad. Yasin, it's easy to find. You just copy the vault, like, and click to invest and copy what I sent you to in the Telegram. Uh, Yasin, you can easily find it. Just click to invest and copy what I sent you to the Telegram, and it will show you one of the vaults he sent. Hmm. No, but it will show you the correct one. Mm. Yeah, this is the one that he sent. So yeah. Mm. Can you add to the crypto guy as well? Can you add $10 to the crypto guy as well? He asked a lot of questions and he's interested. So uh, yeah, in general, what Yasin was speaking before, right? Like you can set minimum amount. Maybe if you know I want these two people to invest with me, for the people that you already know, okay, this guy will invest, I don't know, $10,000 with me, then this approach kind of makes sense to make the closed vault and to set the minimum investment to the value that you know that person would invest in you. But in general, in my opinion, if you're doing it open-ended, it doesn't make sense to put anything higher than like $10, $100, because like there most of the people will initially try to kind of like test the things out before they deep dive more, right? So you want to set something small so people can kind of see how it works, how you're doing with your vault and everything. The 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 reason why you can't edit stuff is because once you create the vault is permissionless, which means this is kind of the safety side of the product, right? Once you set something up, you can't change it as a fund manager. This is actually like the core advantage of our product, that like on some maybe other platforms they can change the things for you as investor. Like they can come to you and say, obviously if it's enforced by regulations, they shouldn't do that, but somebody can come and say, oh, I want to charge you 5% instead of 3%, right? Here everything, once you create the vault, it's as it is and you can't change anything, which kind of gives security to the investor that it's what they invested in. The rules are there and they will be followed. So this is the original idea. Like if we don't want to change anything, it's kind of everything is on chain. You can track what are the amounts of the, I don't know if you guys know, but for example, in centralized exchanges, if you go on centralized exchange and you buy 1 Bitcoin on a centralized exchange, you don't have 1 Bitcoin on the exchange. You have just a representation of 1 Bitcoin, which is backed by the exchange. The 1 Bitcoin is not in your wallet, right? You just see the number. It's not exactly in your wallet. Here, once you swap the assets are actually in your wallet. And this is the huge advantage of decentralization, because everything is transparent and everything is as you're seeing it, right? While on centralized platform, it doesn't work like that. But it's also like the reason why we set, if you set fees, I don't know, to 2 and 20, you won't be able to change it later, which for you as a fund manager, it makes you think initially when you're starting out, like, how do I want to structure this so it's good both for me and investors. And for the investors, you have full transparency and like, okay, this is what I'm investing in. I can see the performance. I can see how old this vault is, and I can see the exact details regarding the fee structure and everything. So this is kind of the thing. Yasin, if you can put in yeah, if you can put into error vault as well, I will we will send you the funds after the session. So yeah, this is this is oh, if he haven't put, I will actually close the channel proof of vault until the next session. And also, guys, just so we will have a lot of things like this. We will have creating the vault. We will have programs where like we're gonna launch the clipping for the podcast. I don't know if you guys saw that we posted that. We're gonna have some competitions in the future, and there's a lot like this is the reason why we encourage you, because this is kind of just a start, and we want to see people like joining and testing the product. We are also interested in hearing the feedback. If you find some bugs and issues on the platform. We are consistently improving, but we are rewarding like all the feedback and everything. So we kind of encourage you to do it and to deep dive, and the people that kind of commit with us, we will look to reward you. So yeah, thanks guys for joining, and have a great day. And if you have any questions, we're here. You can always ask either on Telegram, either on Discord. So thanks. Bye bye.